Hello! Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi! Very
I'm
good
back.
evening! Very good evening to everyone inside Twitch chat right now, all you early comers, all the early birds. Welcome to the Div 1 match tonight. It's gonna be AFC, AsiaFortress Cup 13. We have the Team AFC, that is Anuj Fan Club, facing off against the Prinny Pirate Plunderers. And on the panel, I have myself as well as Vetia showing himself once again. Hello.
Hello, I'm having trouble connecting to the server, so give me a
crap.
second.
Yep, so
Okay,
it's
there we go.
nice. Yep,
So
it's-
I've been
yep.
informed that this is my former team, and I decided to make an appearance thereafter, so that I may shit talk the rest of them.
Right. Everyone's already in. We've got votes going on as well. We're gonna go through the rosters really quickly because they want to start pretty soon. The roster for the side of the Anuj Fan Club is gonna be Ghosty on the medic. Shinka's gonna be the Demo Man. Sun and Alteria are the two Solis. Scouts are gonna be CZ as well as Crooked. For the side of the Prinnies, we're gonna have Pandemic and Killer as scouts. Smiley and Killed are the two Solis. Laurel is gonna be the Demo Man, and of course EV is going to be the Medicine Man. So these are the two teams that are going to be playing tonight in the Div 1 bracket for the Week 5 matchups. The map pool is going to be CP Gully Wash as well as CP Slakewater. And give us a very brief insight on these two teams.
Oh, well, I would be more confident about giving insight if I actually knew something about these teams. But it does seem that a lot of people from Division 2 have moved up to Division 1. I was expecting to see Low bring together a team of like people who've already played Division 1, but no, these are actually mostly new faces to the high-end, whatever high-end scene we have here in Asia. So it's quite interesting. The team combinations, I haven't seen them play out before, so I don't know how they're gonna work. I don't know who takes the most heals. I don't know who is leading the team. I don't know who's main calling. So it's gonna be very difficult. I would expect that currently the strongest personality on Lil's team is gonna be Killed, but we'll see whether that actually comes into play or not, because we can't really listen to the comms. On the left side, definitely gonna be Shinka. Shinka, I assume his name is Busty Elf Cooks and Noodles.
Yes.
Yeah, Shinka has led teams before. He was the third place, Division 1 third place for, what was that team name again? I do not recall.
Wine and
Putis!
cheese. Putis, yes.
Putis.
Putis is
He was like the unofficial team leader. He did a lot of main calling, so definitely it's probably gonna be him main calling for the side of what their name is AFC.
Yep, the Anuj Fan Club.
Oh yes. Interesting.
Yes.
But I'm honestly surprised to see Sazy here. Cz, whatever.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure his last season was actually in Division 3, so he's made quite a big jump. So I'm gonna be watching him to see whether he's managed to adapt so far.
Nice. So once the teams, whenever they're ready, they're gonna start up. And let me just give them the green light, and we should be starting soon.
Oh yes, pre-game DM, I remember this.
So I can't really remember what the current standings are. If you guys want to look at the standings for yourself, all you have to do is just scroll down on the Twitch panels. You can just click on Div 1, and then you will be able to see the current leaderboards, as I am doing right now. Scrolling down, currently the Prinnies are ranked number 3, and the Anuj Fan Club are ranked number 5. I would say it's pretty close because the Prinnies have 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. The Anuj Fan Club have 2 wins and 2 losses. So it's pretty even, just that they got a tie instead of a loss.
Well, these things tend to show up in actual games where we actually get to see them play. Specifically, I'm gonna be looking at Pandemic and who is Werabuga?
That
Killer.
is Killer, yes.
Because I would say that they're significantly stronger scouts than CZ and Crooked, but I wouldn't want to underestimate them. As I said, I have my eye on CZ to see whether he's adapted to the Div 1 thus far. But Pandemic is a a fairly old, experienced player, and Killer is as well. He's played on multiple Division 1 teams, specifically AMC, so strange that he would choose to join a team that's not AMC, but you know, widen his horizons. But we're going into this mid. Give us the lowdown.
Yep, so low is going to be really slow. Shinka already going to start spamming it. Mid low is going to have to make one big round. Messes up his jump a little bit. The mid fight's going to get away with Altera going down. Pandemic not too far behind. That is one player down for each side. We're going to see CZ try to get the scatter shots down onto Smiley, but Smiley decides to crater himself instead. CZ is still in this fight, and it does look like the players from the Prinnies are just going to start backing out. They may lose their scout, but he does sort of somehow walk out of there.
That was a quick turnaround. Blue side seemed to be losing a lot of ground, but then suddenly their players surged forward altogether. Eevee in a tough position, getting taken down right now. The Demo and the Scout are forced to back straight out of that. And I believe that Ghosty has remained alive this entire time, so he's going to have the full Uber advantage to be able to push into last.
Smiley's in river now, trying to get that easy pick down onto the medic. Oh! Ghosty just surfs away to safety with 79 health, but he's going to start losing his players. Ghosty has to pop because the scout just went up into his face, and this is not really looking up for the side of the Prinnies, though. They are dropping so many players. The only person up is going to be killed, and he's going to have to go all the way back to link up with his medic, who... right now, as it stands, only has 13% Uber charge, and this is just a dry push coming in from Cricket. Just walking face first. The Solly's going to be right there to try to deny this push, and it does look like they're going to start backing out. Ghosty is going to catch a rocket with his forehead, and that is pretty much that last point push gone. And Prinnies are going to be able to hold on to this last point. CZ and the Demoman, however, are just WM1, but they just die apparently. Cricket's going to be coming in from the shutter. The Solly's going to be standing on the point. Cricket has his sights on the medic, but EV survives, and it's a full wipe for the side of the AFC.
Okay, that was really questionable for the side of Anuj. I'm not sure why they decided to walk all the way in, considering that their medic was not really in a safe position. It was definitely an even fight because the spawns were going to be coming into. But we've got Altera jumping into the enemy medic and picking him up.
Alert. Our control point is being
Okay. Alright, Altera just jumps forward, picks up EV, who is way too far in. His teammates were still behind, walking through choke, and he's down. This is going to toss the full Uber out into the hands of Ghosty, who's currently standing at a very comfortable 45 ad with EV just spawning in right now. This should be an easy midpoint push from them. The Smiley, however, still standing on point together with Low, and they're just holding on their side, so it's pretty safe for them. They should be able to back out anytime soon. EV's going to start grinding his out. He's still running that stock medigun. Ghosty going to have his Uber charge pretty soon at 80%, and everyone's just hanging back, waiting for that Uber charge before they decide to do anything too risky.
I kind of lagged out a bit there. Hello?
Hello, hello.
Yes. With Ghosty at 100%, I don't know how Kill got picked, but I hope it was him trying to force out the medic, but he wasn't very successful. The entirety of blue team is walking in right now with somebody caught behind, probably Smiley, while the rest of the team is backing out. CZ getting picked up behind, but Smiley finally dying. It's just Eevee and his team dancing around at the upper level, trying to figure out whether they want to contest this point or not. They do have the Uber right now, and Luro's telling them to go in, pushing ahead with his team, taking that Uber. Pandemic finally forcing out the Uber from Ghosty, but that Uber is significantly worse, and they're forced to back into that lobby side with Shinka pumping out so much damage. Finally getting a pick onto Pandemic, but that's going to cost the soldier... Oh, that's going to cost the soldier his life.
Yep, so they're going to be able to take lobby right now. Two scouts just running around wreaking havoc inside river right now. Cricket just picking around, gaining some ground for his team. Both Medic's Ubers are pretty much equal, but they're going to start grinding it out. No, we've got an off class. We've got an engineer trying to get his sentry up as soon as possible. Behind the crates, it's a fairly decent position we're used to.
He's dead.
Oh, it's down.
It's already down.
It's already down.
Yeah, blue team is keeping up the pressure. They don't want they don't want the Prinnies to set up any kind of defense whatsoever. We do have Killed running one of the banners, so let's see if that comes into play later on. Ghosty already has the Uber charge. They're charging in. Altera sacking himself in. I suppose they assume that it's actually even, but no. It's actually even, but no. They actually do have a slight advantage. Running out now, but they've already sacrificed two people. Pandemic going down to a trap set by Shinka, and that's going to slow down the push a little bit. But you can already see that the Prinnies are trying to move out into lobby and take up as much space as possible to slow down the push into their last.
Yep, we've got Lowell setting up sticky traps on the riverside. Kilt gonna make his way forward as well. We're just gonna start backing up once again. It seems like they're not too keen on doing anything too risky right now. We got a spy play, CZ coming in as the spy, making his way to the front line, Hook and Dagger. And of course he wants to see if he can get that medic pick. So he's disguised as an enemy sniper. And
actually going to play sniper now.
Yep, Pandemic's on sniper. CZ is of course checking for off classes. Still hanging tight, possibly just waiting for them to push out, but the Prinnies have no such intention, just hanging back on this last point. Sun peeking through river, Pandemic might get a shot, misses it, and that is pretty much it. Yeah, the Anuj Fan Club
Just
hanging
slow
back.
game. Yeah, they don't
Oh,
want to
but
do
CZ's
anything.
in. Decloak going
CZ's
down.
in a
Behind the
spot.
Devil Man, he does get spotted out. He gets the backstab!
Oh my gosh, what just happened? He gets a backstab on a medic that is critical.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
gonna
blue
spark
team
the
is
push.
just running in with that Uber, so confident. Get the sentry first and pick off the rest of the team, who can do nothing but scatter before the invincibility beams that are rushing straight at them. There is nothing red team could have done. That was a great play by CZ. Although I'm not even sure how it happened. How did it happen?
Yeah, I don't know, he decloaked. He was spotted by the engineer. I don't know if they called it out, but he still somehow managed to get the backstep down to the medic. That's a bigger shame. Sentry Gun wasn't able to take him down in time. Medic didn't even turn around, so that pretty much textbook stuff. Backstab the medic, push to last, and mid-fight's gonna be on the way. Shinko gonna start spamming those stickies, wait for some heals. Alteria already under the point. Spots Kill, who just drops in front of him. Free frag, possibly. He somehow makes it out. Kill's gonna be fine. Altera possibly gonna be jumping up top soon. Spots the scout, gets a nice pogo on his head. But he's gonna get plucked out of the sky with those scatter shots. And the players for the side of the Anuj Fan Club, they're just gonna start backing out with Low already spamming those stickies at them from lobby.
Very methodical, already out the moment they knew they were losing the fight. Blur is peeking in very hard here. If he peeked a little harder, he might have caught out Shinka, but no, his aggression is cut off. And now they're deciding to move in through River. The entire team is walking as fast as they can. They do have a slight advantage, but definitely not enough to make a push here. They're just peeking into Riverside. Shinka trying to do that solo River hold. He actually succeeded. The entirety of Red Team is just going to run away from him.
Yep,
Now we've got another stalemate, but this time with the roles reversed, Red Team is going to be starting to peek these angles to try and get another point up on their opposing team.
Yep, so we got CZ up on that sniper roll. We got everyone for the side of the Prinny's pretty low. Demo's at 8 health. Kill's gonna get buffed up. They just dropped both of them with the pipes and stickies coming from Shinka. Okay, that somehow works for them. They're gonna be 2 players down. They're gonna drop Pandemic as well. And they're just gonna start pushing out. Sun is gonna be right there. He's gonna be able to pick up another one.
EV has
Uber's gonna
dropped
get popped.
everyone.
EV. He has to make it out with that full Uber charge, but he's gonna get focused down by Sun. The surf is just not enough though. He may have to pop to save his life. And that is pretty much the Uber charge. Gone with no one at the front lines. Linking up. They do get forward spawns though, but that's a big shame.
It's not enough. Definitely not enough. They're going to have to hold the second point. That Uber is just popped so far behind. There's no way they're going to make enough space with the amount of time that they've been given. And now it's just a second point hold all the way again. With blue team slightly ahead in the Uber advantage, but not a very significant amount. But that was such a shame. I don't even know how those 2 players got taken down by Shinka, but that definitely triggered the push outward. And you can see it was so quick. The moment those 2 picks came out, blue team immediately rushed all their players forward in through lobby, out through river, and like you knew, Prinny's just knew that they couldn't hold it, not with 2 players down. They had to back all the way out. But they lost all their players in the process, just weren't moving out fast enough.
Ghosty's gonna have that full Uber charge as will EV, and this is looking like a... Yeah, they're just gonna start stacking up on this choke right now. Killed may get picked out if the spam coming out from Shinka. CZ gonna be watching the big door. We see Smiley watching the big door as well for this side of the Prinnies. And as it stands right now, it's just gonna be a little bit of a spam fest. We got Sun doing just spamming through choke. Alteria going to drop down. Wants to get that force onto the medic, who is potentially going to be in a lot of danger, but he's not there at all. Tries to jump the medic, he's going to get denied and destroyed. Plucked out of the air with a rocket coming up from Smiley. This may spark a push from the Prinnies. We can see the medic at the big door, and they're just going to start walking in. We're going to see Low. Doesn't look like he's going to be the potential shiny demo of choice. They do pop that Uber charge really early for the side of the Anuj Fan Club, and the Prinnies are going to start walking in. Shinka trying his very best to body block everyone for pushing forward, but there's pipes and sticks from Low already on the floor. Not going to be not going to get any much work done, but they are going to be able to pick up the second point. So they do push the Fan Club back to the last point, but you know, based on the previous push, hopefully they don't drop their players again.
Yeah, not a bad push from Prinny's, honestly. That Uber was quite on the needle. They didn't lose many players, they didn't take out many players, but essentially they won the push because they took the most ground in that moment. We've got Shinka. Shinka seems to have this strategy already set up using the lock and load with the
quickie bomb.
With the quickie bomb launcher. It's all set up in that riverside. He takes 2 pipes straight from Luro, walking into them. Luro dropping the dogger face onto him, and with a demo down, I think the team is a little more confident pushing straight into that last. Definitely got to jump 1 player onto the point right now, walking in with the rest of them. Smiley trading with the opposing roamer, but there's still a number advantage to the side of red team right now. They're walking in. I'm not sure what's happening in this fight. They don't have any players on the point. I think they're just dancing around, trying to take that high ground. The demo is holding them off temporarily. In fact, it is just the demo. Oh gosh, that push was so close. The
Yeah,
red
Killed
team
was,
definitely could have won there.
Killed was stuck focusing down the heavy. I'm not too sure what the rest of the team were doing. EV is going to be able to make it out with the help of Smiley. Sun's going to be at 20 health. Smiley should just jump in.
Oh
There you go.
gosh.
Tries
Oh
to
Eevee,
try
that's
the
Eevee just has to survive for a little bit longer. Oh, that was so close. Eevee was literally 20 health. He surfed away from the soldier and the soldier couldn't find him anymore. He was that close to death. And he's effectively managed to hold on to a 30% Uber with his
Nice.
team.
So they're just going to start hanging back on this midpoint. They've got 60% Uber charge. They're grinding it out. They should have about 30% Uber ad. The side of the fan club, they're not too keen on going too far forward. They're going to start grinding theirs out as well. The medic just holding on inside Riverside with everyone spread out. Sun's on the usual sneaky spot. So that's something that they have to be careful about. Kilt going to check around Big Door. That's what, like, the Prinnies are going to be pushing from Big Door. They do have that 20 ad, but it is closing really fast. They're not going to be able to capitalize on this ad whatsoever. They do pop it really early
He's
on.
going
The medic is
in,
going to be
he
right
gets
there.
one sword.
Oh, gets it just in time. He's going to be able to pop onto Sun, and this is going to be the counter push coming out. EV's going to get caught out there. Sun picking up that kill. Shine bright like the sun, going forward, trying to get even more. Lurl is down to 23 health. They're going to start backing out. That's Killer backing out as well, and this is pretty much midpoint going to the fan club.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult to coordinate during that fight. They lost so many players early. Like, the Uber popped up, but then Ghosty got the Uber the moment that they jumped into him. And they had two players on the flank not really eager to push because they saw the enemy team all clustered in one point. It looked a bit dangerous to them, so they just decided not to go in. You got the entirety of blue team pushing in right now. Lil's trying to hold them off, but Altera's jumping straight into his face, paying the price for it though. 2 men down. Actually, we should be seeing the Prinnies go back in right now. The enemy is caught out of position.
Oh, Smiley! Oh, picks up Ghosty right there. He's out for even more blood. CZ somehow just juking about, making his way back through the big door. Gonna have Crooked dancing about on the point, trying to see if he can get anything done, but he's gonna get flanked about by the scout, working together with his team, and that is the only person up, being CZ at the forward spawn. Coming out as a sniper this time around, watching that big door. Spot Smiley jumping around the corner, but he wants to get that juicy medic pick. Altera just jumping forward, trying to take down Smiley, but he's going to be able to make it out. Somehow surviving. Scout's going to be just W forward, plus W all the way. Just Killer living up to his name, picking up a kill right there for his team. That is 3 players down for the side of the fan club, and they're just going to start pushing all the way to the second point.
Feels like...
They haven't captured mid though. Okay.
I felt like Anuj was getting a little over-eager there. They were overextending quite a bit. I don't know why they're choosing to stay in forward spawn, but...
They're gonna back spawn.
That's
They've
what
got
it
2
is, so be
pyros.
it.
Okay, Alteria and Sun. Sun back spawns. Altiria's still up there. But yeah, he's just gonna
They've
back
popped the
spawn.
Uber straight in. Ghosty going to be the first to come down. Killed onto the demo. Finally has the help of his soldier to take him out. Sun's getting onto the point as a pirate to try and deny. But he is one man against many. But he seems to be having some success. But EVA picks him up. And Red has brought this into a tie with just about 16 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1-1 to the both teams. It was a bit messy. The Pyro trying his very best to keep people off the point, but he was just scattershot it down. He can't really reflect bullets. And here we are on another mid-fight. Shinkan once again going to be reaching pretty early, pretty much about the same time actually as Low. And they're going to start spamming each other out. Ghosty going to eat quite a bit of spam, but he's going to be fine linking up with the rest of his team. Going to see some Solis jumping about all over the place. Sun waiting for the heal before he jumps forward once again. Lands on the nipple, drops back down, spots the Soli, and he's going to be able to pick up killed. Altera goes down as well. Spots the medic Sun! He is going to get denied by the scout. Scattershot Pandemic doing a good job of keeping EV alive. We're going to see Killer getting taken down instead from the other scout, and they are still fighting this. Ghosty going to be right there though. Shinka is trying his very best to fend off the entire Prinny gang. Soli's going to crater! And no, he was picked up by CZ, my bad. And,
This is a pretty bad situation. CZ just walking straight into Lurl, was standing there waiting for an arrow. How unfortunate for Lurl, but that was a fight where he had to walk forward with the heal beam on him, not just wait there for the arrow. Oh, that is quite sad. They all see Soldier jumping straight into Kilt, dealing so much damage. Kilt's contesting the point, trying to make sure Alteria doesn't have any ground to work with. Takes him down, very nice. EV still has 100% Uber, but the Uber advantage has closed in. And now it's just blue team pushing in very heavily through that big dog, catching out that one soldier. And now where is the rest of Red?
Oh, Lil has to do
Red has
something
no
about this.
idea that they're behind him.
Oh no, Lil's at 19 health. He's gonna get caught out. Oh, the denial, son! Oh, gets taken down. We're gonna see Altira making his way through choke. Uber for the side of EV gonna last a little bit, just a fraction longer. CZ double jumps to save himself from the crater. Gets the heal up from the medic, and Killed is gonna have to start backing out. His team is not with him. We're gonna see Altira jumping forward as well. He wants to secure that kill, but Killed is gonna be far away. Gonna be right there though. He may pick him up. Kill 45 health on Altira. He's gonna be able to get killed in a lot of tiny pieces inside that river. They're gonna be at 30%. Recharge. Altira's jumping under the point. Wants to get
Ghosty died to a trap.
play. Oh no. No more heals, but they're just walking onto it now. Altira's standing on the point. They gotta turn around. The Edgy's gonna be right there, but he's gonna get survive apparently.
Oh, I think it's
no.
over. The
They're doing
entirety
cleanup.
of blue team just
Oh.
rushing on to the point with that Pyro play as well. So much damage put out in so few seconds. Pyro is a broken class. Please ban it.
Oh man. Despite that play coming out, they just weren't able to hold on to that last point and bringing the score 2-1. That round going around pretty quickly compared to the previous two, and we are going to see another mid fight. Once again, Shinka going to start spamming. Going to see Smiley just jumping face first to see if he can get some denial onto Shinka. We're going to see a Solly right there as well. Altira just dancing about, jumping through the big door, waiting for an arrow from Ghosty before he decides to flank from behind. And he's going to make his way to the choke, coming in from behind them all. The medic, the scout gets picked up. The Devilman's going to be right there. Lil still unaware. Finally, doesn't turn around yet. The scout possibly didn't even haul it out. He's going to get taken down. Altira is still behind everyone. And they're just going to get sandwiched. And that is the Prinny is pretty much all gone.
Not sure what's going through the Prinny's head. They don't seem to have enough positioning and teamwork to be able to take these mids. Like, their presence is coming in all at different points of little points of time, and with them rushing the enemy one by one, it just makes their team collapse at certain points. I don't know if it's like things just aren't dying fast enough for the Prinnies, and because of that, they're losing all these tiny advantages that they could be working out. And now Ghosty with 100% Uber, there's nothing the Prinnies can do but air blast them and pray that it works.
Oh, Pandemic. Oh, Reflex still on point. Survives that direct pipe. Yeah, they're going to be able to somehow hold on to this last point. They do lose that sentry gun, but they're just collapsing onto the players. The only person up is going to be Shinka. He does pick up a scout. He picked up Smiley as well. Everyone's just aggressively bombing him. And he's possibly going to survive. He's still in this though. 42 health.
What the heck?
Somehow
How did he get out? That he should not be able to survive that. There is a problem right there. If he can just get out like that with no one punishing him.
Back by the Pyro, son. Just walking in, back by the Pyro detonator and that band hammer. Just making his way forward, standing at the choke, and this is going to be pretty dangerous for the Prinnies. The scout does spot him out. The Mnemonic is going to be right there. Oh, he's going to get forced. At 130 health, he gets forced, and this is going to be a very unfortunate overcharge. Altera is going to be able to pick up someone else before he finally gets destroyed. Shinka, of course, going to try to see if he can delay them as long as he can at that choke, and he's still alive. Going to start backing out, and that is going to be a much better Uber into the hands of Ghosty and EV. Bit of a bad pop right there.
Yeah, well, I guess the Pyro made him nervous because he didn't know how fast he was gonna die the moment those flames touched him. Class is pretty broken right now, but in either case, that does mean that Ghosty is at 100%. They do look as though they want to push through Big Door this time. Come walking in with the whole team. The Soldier's gonna be the first one to jump, trying to make space for the rest of his team. Eevee is backing out. They don't want to take that fight. They're still at 86%. But with the amount of delay they've been able to put out here, they might be able to go straight back in. Although they have lost Smiley at the Big Door side already. And the Killer is rather hurt. Oh, this significantly puts the odds of pushing very low, very
Looks like
low.
they want to do it though. Lowe's just walking in from the big door. They're coming up from the elbow. They're going to get flanked. And once again, Altera just comes in from behind. Gets the force on Eevee, who's currently still at 150 health. And that is, once again, not a very good Uber coming up from Eevee. They're going to have to start holding on this point. But they just toss the Uber back into the hands of the fan club. And, oh, the sticky traps are right there. Doesn't get anyone though. Killed is somehow going to survive. Sun trying his very best to delay this push. But they've got that full Uber charge coming up really soon. And once again, the Prinnies, they grab this mid, but they're going to have to start backing out again.
Smiley's trying to get out, yet gets taken out. He was trying to do some sort of Big Door flank, but he got absolutely destroyed by the soldier and the scout hunting him down. That means their flanks are down for this push that for the push that Anuj is going to make. They're just jumping in. Enemy team backing right out again with the 80% and Smiley coming up at the last moment. See if they can make a good rebound. This time Sun is quite forward. They need to be able to push all at the same time and take down those flanks quickly. The enemy team has already backed all the way to the choke. Optimally, what they want to do right now is just make sure that Uber doesn't get forced out. But Eevee's already so low, he gets dropped by Altaria jumping from that big north side. With the Uber drop, the only hope for the enemy team is to go and take down the medic, or at least capture the point and get ready to back out.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, that was... He pops too early and then he drops.
And then he doesn't pop at all. Oh, that's a huge shame. Once again, this is going to toss that Uber back into the hands of Ghosty. This is going to be another easy midpoint from them. There was a really early pop from Ghosty earlier on. They weren't even near the point, and they popped to go in. That is going to be Smiley finished off. And they won't even need to pop this time around. They still hold on to this point. The Prinnies weren't even able to capture it, and this should be an easy second for them. No sneaky plays, and they're just all backing out to last right now. They're not even going to contest this point. Killed, however, is going to be inside Riverside. Spots the medic! Pong goes past the medic onto the floor, and he's going to get finished off. Everyone's just trying to come out and get anything done, but they're just dropping their players as well.
This is very, very bad.
They pop the Uber charge. They're going to start walking straight in. That medic's going to get focused down. EV's going to be down. Low's the only one up, and they're just stacking a point. That's pretty much it.
I feel like there's just no coordination coming out from the Prinnies at this point. They're all going in one by one. Well, actually, they all went in at the same time, but they sacrificed 3 people in order to get an Uber force out of the medic when they were all needed to hold last. So that's definitely a suboptimal play at best.
Again, Shinka's gonna be reaching mid really early this time around. We're gonna see some flanking coming up. Smiley's gonna be right behind there. The medic's gonna be right there. He may get picked up. Ghosty! Finally gonna get punished right there, but the Solly is gonna get taken down as well. EV has to stay alive to make this work. Kill is gonna be at their choke, going back through the drop down to see if he can survive this. The demo's gonna be right there. Shinka possibly gonna take him down. 11 health. Kill is gonna live to tell the story of him fighting Shinka. And
Crooked
EV
and Sazy chasing down EV, who's running all the way back to last.
Don't go back in with the Uber saw! EV.
I'm not sure why EV decided to walk back in. His scout had just come up. If he had survived for just 2 more seconds, the scout could have run in and helped him, but he decided that he needed to go in for that saw, which is quite unfortunate. Because that's going to put the Uber advantage back into the hands of Ghosty, basically negating Smiley's play in that river, in that elbow side.
There was no point. There was no point to go back for the Uber saw. It's not like you were going to get that Uber charge with 1 saw. Oh, that's a big shame. That was a big shame. They're not going to have the Uber out. They're not going to be able to re-push this back to this mid, and they're just going to be able to grind it out. They should be able to grab second pretty easily. But apparently the fan club are holding far back. I mean, they don't have to worry about pushing out too fast. They're 2 points up right now. And they can just wait for the clock to take down. 6 minutes and 43 seconds left on the clock. So they really can just sit tight, but they're just going to start walking through the big door right now.
Sazy walking into that underside, taking a 1v1 with the scout. 2 people dropped, 3 people dropped. Lurl has managed to stave off the push and dropping 3 people. All EV has to do is hold of his team and make sure the rest of them stay alive. Then they can successfully re-push all together with a great health advantage. It's just CZ dancing on top of that point. The rest of the team is trying to back out. CZ's not gonna get out of this scot-free. The rest of the enemy team can probably start pushing. Red team can probably start pushing right now.
Sticky traps. The point debt doesn't do anything, so midpoint is still up for grabs. We're gonna see the blue players the side of the fan club. Altaria once again going in from the big door, going to jump straight down onto Eevee!
Oh, Altaria's going onto Eevee! Eevee survives by the skin of his teeth! The rest of his team is dying though. He is 25 out with that 100% ad. He just doesn't want to pop here, but there's so much spam coming into him. He's finally pressured into a pop by CZ, who takes down Killer in the process, and now the Uber is going forward quite uselessly. Lil just can't seem to find a frag, finally taking down Crooked, but the rest of the team has already scattered and run with Ghosty holding on to that 71% advantage.
Would it have been better if he popped his Uber earlier and possibly saved his team and just pushed in? But I don't know, he popped it to save the scout. Oh, but Smiley's here.
It's difficult to say in that situation. Like, he got the Uber. The thing is, the Uber just came up in such a difficult time. In any case, the rest of Red Team is still trying to push through this big dog. Very hard pandemic. needs to land those shots on the soldier. There are already 2 soldiers down for the side of blue team. The rest of red needs to push right now if they want to do anything. Ghosty's Uber has just run out. They need to collapse right now if they want to tie this game up.
Yeah,
it's just the demo and the scout. It cannot be this difficult.
Yeah, they're still surviving somehow. Shinka's gonna be at 65, still dancing about the point. The scout does go down. He's gonna get finished off as well, but we're gonna see the off class and get spawned. Sun's gonna be hiding inside the secret. We're gonna see our engineer coming up as well. We're gonna see a full loop charge coming in from EV, and this should be.
If they botch this push, it's just 1 sentry gun. Lo just needs to put stickies onto the center point. There's the pyro coming out, but the defense is useless. CZ on heavy, but they should be able to win this. Finally picking up around, making it 3-2 with 4 minutes left. They can totally do this if they just put their minds to it. They need more coordination than this. That was just pure luck of the draw that they were able to win through those pushes.
Okay, 4 minutes left on the clock. We're going to see another mid-fight underway. It's all riding on this for them to tie the game. And Shinka's going to start spamming out. Everyone's going to start spamming out low, waiting for those heals before we can do anything. We're going to see a scout coming up from the flanks. We're going to see Crooked coming up from behind. EV still unaware. Going to try to see if he can go for the double meat shot. EV still unaware. Is going to get picked up by the Solly, who decides to come in and finish the job. But Crooked's going to be the only one up for his team. 23 health. And he is possibly going to make it out alive with 20 health.
Oh my.
Scout coming in, trying to see if he can finish the job.
Me.
Nope, he's backing out.
Eevee's gonna spawn with a scout. Not sure why Smalley's going back for him. This is... But, well, he manages to pick up the kill, so that's fine. The rest of the team can move forward. It's running at an even Uber, but all blue team has to do right now is just hold that last, turtle it up, park that bus so hard.
Yeah.
And it's Gully Wash. Gully Wash is such an easy last to park. Although, surprisingly, the rest of blue team is actually going on to claw classes. They're not going to be off-classing very much. So,
we got a spy.
I don't know if this is gonna change anything. Altera going onto that spy class, see what it's a bit of a strange play for him to go spy, but if he makes something out of this, it's gonna completely break the push of the Prinnies.
The door open, but the scout said, never mind. Okay, I don't think the scout even saw the door open.
Here we go.
The lower lobby.
Yep, they're going straight in. Don't care about the spy. There's already someone onto the point. Crooked going to be the first one to go down. The spy has not done anything yet, except that he's being Ubered by the enemy medic. That is such a weird play. The spy is the only one left. Okay.
Okay.
Tying up the game at 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
That went by really fast compared to everything else so far. Okay, spy play. Spy play didn't really work out. They just Ubered in. Spy was way out behind to do anything at all. And then he's going to eat a direct pipe, and we're going to see Kill once again coming up from the drop down. Aggressive bomb straight down. Smiley's trying to see if he can pick up the medic, and we're going to see Kill coming from behind. Spots the medic, but he has no choice but to back down because there's just too many people right there. Scouts are going to be dancing about up top. CZ is going to spot that scout right there. We just once again, we're going to see Kill trying to see if he can get something done, which he does. That is Ghosty down. EV at 31 health has to stay alive.
Oh
no. Slow.
That was some good movement by EV, dodging those rockets. Right now, it's just...
Frying pan, yeah, that is gonna be Shinka getting PUBG'd down by low. Frying pan too strong, Ghosty spawning in, but nobody built that charge with. EV gonna see link up with that scout, build up that Uber charge. And,
1 minute and 30 seconds. The full
will
hold is coming, double pyro up. The doubles dragon strategy for the side of blue team. See if they're gonna make this work. Both are already hiding in their specified areas, getting ready for those pushes.
We got the full off class. We got a heavy, we got an engine, we got 2 pyros. A backburner pyro. Sun's gonna be in the riverside, hiding around the corner. All he has to do is wait for the medic to
Here we
walk
go.
past him,
Pandemic's gonna be the one to get to, but
Low's gonna be right there. The sentry gun is yet to be focused now. Stickies shouldn't be short work of that sentry gun. They're gonna start walking onto that.
Oh, I'm not sure this double dragon strategy is working. Picking up the round with 50 seconds left on the clock. I do not think Prinnies deserve to win at all. That is so dumb. Will you show us this kind of standard in the first half of the game and then you just pick up all the rounds later on? That is ridiculous.
But I mean, the plays from Kill and Smiley are the ones that are giving them the game. You know, they pick up the medic during the mid fight. Kill coming up from the drop down, and Smiley just jumping far deep into that choke. And now it's probably just gonna be DM. We've got 19 seconds left.
Yeah, it's definitely just DM.
For the Prinnies, man. Holy crap. What a comeback.
I don't know, like there just seemed to be some degradation in the game further on. A lot more chaos once like the first half of the game was done, and once that chaos kicked in, Killed and Smiley were able to capitalize a lot more with those jumps deep into the enemy team. The scouts just suddenly showed up out of nowhere. They actually started winning fights. Lurl started putting out a ton of damage, a lot more presence at mid fights during the second half. I don't know. It just seems like after the 15-minute mark, an upswing of performance just came from the Prinnies, while a breakdown sort of came from the side of Anuj. But really, I still don't believe the Prinnies deserve to win after that first game performance.
Yeah, I don't know, but somehow they pulled through. We've got the logs up on screen right now. Top damager is going to be Shinka with a whopping 11.8 thousand damage. Followed by Lil, not too far behind, 9.8. So pretty much about 3k damage above Lil. Alright. Okay, Shinka popping up those damage, man.
Shinka always puts out a ton of damage, but it seems as though it's like every team he's on finds it difficult to do something with that damage. You can see Shinka as well always sacrifices a lot of positioning and a lot of how do you say, health in order to make that damage happen. So Shinka's playstyle tends to put his team in a lot of difficult spots where they have to choose between committing fully and sacrificing their medic and holding back and letting Shinka get baited.
Yeah. So Shinka, you know, despite all that damage, the team just, I don't know, just weren't able to help him out, I guess? I don't know, because so far it's been like Shinka has been holding stuff on his own. And once in a while we see the Sully come in to help him out a little bit. Yeah, but so far that's pretty much logs. We got some medic stats right there. 2 drops coming out from EV, but they still somehow managed to win that map.
Jeez.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
And EV's healing is significantly less than Ghosty, which is...
Alteria getting like 60 heals as that spy that time around. That's pretty funny. But yeah, they still somehow pull through. Holy crap.
Clinch out a win. It's a bit strange. I repeat myself again. I truly believe that Prinnies did not deserve to win. But they picked up that round. They picked up that map somehow by pushing through in the last few minutes, making these back-to-back mid-fight wins and pushes straight into last. And it doesn't seem as though Anuj was as good as defending as they were attacking them.
Yeah, I mean, Shinka seems to be reaching mid on average earlier than Lurl. Lurl, at least the times where I have the camera on him, he's like bumping his head on the ceiling or missing his sticky jumps, and
but I think
Shinka just reaches there.
I think Killed and Smiley have played a lot more together, so their jumps just do have a lot more chemistry. They know when to go in at the same time. I think almost every single mid, Ghosty was either dead or forced to back out because of the aggression from the soldiers. I think what I want to see a bit more out of Prinnies is presence from Lurl, because sometimes he's so on and off. Sometimes he's the greatest demo alive. He's walking across the point. Damage is like just being pounded out around him, and sometimes you don't feel him at all. It's like playing lottery with your
your demo damage. But...
Is our demo on the field? Do we have a defensive line? Do we not? You know.
Yep, so we're just gonna have to see how things play out on the second map, which is of course going to be CP Snakewater. Yeah, once again, those of you who are just joining us right now, a very good evening. Welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 13. Tonight we have the Anuj Fan Club facing off against the Prinny Pirate Plunderers. So far, the first map has gone into the Prinny Pirates for 4-3 for CP Gully Wash. Pretty amazing comeback game for them, where they just pound on mid and just push all the way to the last. Questionable plays all around though, but they somehow do manage to pull through. We are going to be moving on to the second map once everyone's already in the servers, and does look like everyone's already in the server, so we're just going to have to wait for them to ready up before we can start. But right now, yeah, the AFC against the PPPs, second map, CP Snakewater.
Come on, just ready up. What? Are you having like talks or something?
Get that strats.
There are no strategies in Team Fortress 2, just push.
I'm getting
like, I'm analyst in name only. All I do is scream at the screen.
Just push.
Just push.
That's right. Push and pray for the best. People in Twitch chat are telling you to get some water.
I'm actually drinking a lot of water right now.
Nice.
My throat isn't like this because of casting. My throat is like this because I have to keep shouting at my...
Half full
That's
water
another
bottle, drink up! You gonna say the SCF core values?
SCF core values? Oh, please don't. That's so cringy, it's on stream.
Back in my day, safety wasn't a core value.
And that's why I'm still alive.
That's right. Sun is on the other team for reasons unknown, just having some pre-game fights. It's just the standard stuff, pre-game, everyone goes for their toilet breaks, for their drinks.
That's interesting. I've just been pointed out by Joe that the top healer on the side of blue team was Ghost, was actually Cricket, the scout.
Oh!
I totally forgot about heal management. That's a thing. But the top healer on both sides is actually just 24% to the scout and demo respectively. Is this a new method that I was not previously aware of?
Well, I mean, healing the demo is understandable, I guess. All the time, the logs often have the demo up there, but scout up there? That's interesting. I mean, CZ has sort of been kinda the scout that they push with.
No, CZ's, based on what I've seen, CZ's usually playing around the flank, but Cricket taking that many heals and not really producing as much space as the heals should delegate. I mean, as the heals should dictate, it's a bit weird.
It does look like everyone's reading up. Got everyone back in their respective teams. It's just waiting on Smiley Killer, as well as Pandemic.
Yeah, I don't know, these stats are confusing me. Because it doesn't feel as though the scouts are making that much presence considering the amount of heals that logs are giving them. So either the scouts are not very good, or I am just not looking at this from the right way.
No, might just be this playstyle, the team playstyle. So far it's been working out for, at least in the earlier rounds, for the fan club. So we're just gonna have to see how it plays out on this map, which we will be going live on the next restart. Once again, those of you who are just joining us, very good evening. Welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 13. It is a Div 1 match for the Week 5, and we are going to be on CB Snakewater right now. Second map of the night. The Anuj Fan Club facing off against the Prinny Pirate Plunderers. Quite a mouthful for both teams, so it's of course the Fan Club facing off against the Prinnies. And let's just see how things go. The clubbers are going to reach mid about the same time. Lowell and Shinka are going to start spamming each other out. We're going to see the scouts jumping up top. Sun's going to be the first one to reach up onto that morning wood. The medic just getting bombed. Double bomb. Solly straight down. Oh, Ghosty. Cricket getting taken out. Shinka getting taken out. Sun has his sights down onto EV, but this scout Pandemic is going to be right there.
Why
Can
is
he finish off him though? And he does. The two scouts are the only ones alive. Apparently, they do lose both their medic, the Sollies as well. As,
it was worth it. It was a good play from Killed and Smiley just jumped straight in. Like the first mid, the element of surprise, they just like bombed straight into Ghosty. He had no chance, he had no idea that was coming. Popped him straight up, and then you have Lure walking forward simultaneously. Very good, very well coordinated, excellent mid.
Already gonna have those off classes up, CZ gonna run that engineer. We're gonna see Cricket on the point as the heavy weapons guy, standard stuff. Sentry's gonna be watching the point right by it, so that's something that they have to worry about. They do have that full recharge, so they should start pushing in soon. And there you go, which they possibly are. Alteria's already at that sleeping spot. So once they walk in, there you go, but Alteria's not going to be able to do anything much with that leader already popped. They still don't know he's there though. Killed is going to get bombed by him, who finally does get sorted out. EV may get caught out, but Alteria's going to get pushed back. He's going to be jumping forward. Spots the medic, who's surfing all the way across the map. EV is going to get picked up. Oh, apparently not! Prove me wrong, and there you go. First point to the red team, the Prinnies.
Very methodical first round. Everything seems to be going perfectly smooth so far for the side of the Prinnies. Easy mid with the double soldier bomb and a last push with the demo and the scout straight into the heavy and into the demo man, picking them up so that the point is free for their picking. Very, very tactical. I'm surprised that things are moving this smoothly.
Oh yeah. So we're going to see Sun getting the high ground, Shinka a little bit later to mid compared to Lurl, and we're going to see two Sollies once again just standing up top, tossing out those rockets. They do know where the medic is. Smiley's possibly trying to go in for that double stick. Oh! Getting plucked out of the sky by Alteria's rocket, and he's just going to be in tiny places like fireworks in the sky. He's going to get gibbed right there. This is pretty much the midpoint to the clubbers.
We've got Killed hanging out in that lobby side. getting taken down. I'm not. I guess he was stuck there waiting for the health pack, but that's gonna be putting his team in a bit of a difficult position. They're only at 80%. Luro's holding out here very aggressively for some reason, putting himself at great risk. Right, it's gonna cost Killer, who was trying to back him out. Now this is gonna be the team choosing to push into the last. We've got Eevee popping up onto Smiley, who's stopping the point, but not doing very much else. Sun does get taken down, so Smiley's gonna take that as the sign that he can trade with the enemy. The entirety of blue team is currently in a bit of a difficult position now. The tables have turned and they're surrounded. Ghosty getting taken out, and it's Shinka running forward and double piping Eevee straight into the face, taking him down and equalizing that Uber right at the last second. In fact, he's given his team a massive ad.
The control point is being contested.
Okay, Shinka survives all that, takes down the medic with him, and then calls it a day. Oh dear me, Eevee's not going to be spawning in for the next 3 seconds, so this is possibly going to toss about 15 ad into the hands of Ghosty. Eevee should be able to grind it out though, so it's pretty much negligible. I don't think Ghosty and the rest of the team are going to be able to capitalize on this. Smiley's going to get picked off from a rocket coming clean across the map by Alteria, and they're just going to be hanging back on this second point. Mid point still in the hands of the Prinnies, while the Clubbers are just holding on to this second point. Possibly going to see another play coming up from Alteria, who's just inside that lower area, getting that ammo pack, and then backing out.
Oh god. This looks very familiar. Never mind, we'll not speak of that game ever again.
Yeah, right now everyone's just hanging back. They know that both teams are going to have that recharge soon, and it does look like the Clubbers are just going to start walking in. The Scout does spot Shinka. We're going to see some Solly jumping up to Alteria. Spot the Scout right there, spot Eevee down below. Possibly going to jump in, but he's going to be at 14 health. He's going to get taken down. CZ going to be really deep in, tries to focus down that Scout. The Scout may get taken out, but he does his heals, and he's going to
Oh! What? The pipes coming out from Lurl. Lurl just walked forward, took out the demo, put a bunch of damage into the Scout, and then piped the medic into oblivion. Ghosty just dropped because he had no idea whether he was supposed to pop there or not.
Ooh.
What? I was expecting like a trade to happen, but he just held. Oh my goodness! What? What is going on? I was watching his POV. He had no chance. He didn't even know there was a soldier right there, and he just gets instantly destroyed. And now Ghosty is the one with the advantage, and the red team is the one that's collapsing.
Ghost! Okay, guys, just keep trading medics. Let's go.
The backup.
All right. Okay. Okay.
What the hell? Like, they just kept trading medics, and then the Scout just decided the medic wasn't an important class, and it just went the last.
Okay. Yeah, another round. Let's go. 2 points up for the side of the Prinnies. The mid fight's going to be on the way. Shinka's going to start spamming that quickie bomb, as will Lil start spamming out his stickies. Sun's going to be jumping up top. We're going to see Killed up top as well. The rockets are just being tossed all over the place. Scout going to be up top as well, trying to do something. Crooked's going to get piped into oblivion. Sun's still jumping up at the top. We're going to see Killer trying to see if he can deny those solid jumps. CZ going to be up there as well on the Morning Wood, and Altera once again jumping forward, trying to get those picks. Sun's going to get taken down. Pandemic going to get down as well. Altera finally going to get punished for jumping about up top, and Killed's going to be all around, jumping back to catwalk, waiting for more heals. Lil has to protect his medic because the Scouts are nowhere to be seen right now. Smiley just spawning in.
What are they doing?
And they're still trying to contest this. Okay. Shinka's right there, still trying to spam them out. The double sollies are going to be taking up top. The medic is going to start
They're giving the
backing out.
top?
Yeah, it does
Really?
look like they're going to start backing out though.
Okay, I guess the health was was a bit worse, but I don't know. It could have been fought considering. I guess they were scared of the soldier, but they did have more scouts than the enemy team, or at least that's how I saw the situation. I don't know.
Yep.
In any case, it's even Ubers, and blue team is on the back foot on that second point, and on the back foot as well, 2-0.
Ghosty eats a bit of spam. They pop their Uber charge pretty early, and that's the trade gone. Much better Uber for the side of the Clubbers. They just pop to gain some ground. They do gain the storeroom, and they are gonna start getting. Sun tries to jump from the window, but lands on Smiley's head, and that is Smiley getting punished. And right now they're trying to gain ground. Ghosty gonna eat some spam, catching those, adding those pipes to his collection of damage, and well, just trying to bully them out of Saw. And it's just gonna be another standoff, waiting for their recharge. It's currently equal. We don't see much grinding coming out for both medics though. Ghosty gonna be right there together with Sun. EV gonna start grinding out potentially. Yes, he is gonna start grinding out together with Pandemic. And as it stands right now, it's just gonna be a little spam fest, a bit of a reset. So everyone's just waiting.
Yep. Well, both teams, well, Prinny's don't really have to push right now. They're still 2-0 up, and so far, they don't really have any advantages with which to work with. So Altera is going to be the one rushing into the kitchen to try and see whether he can sneak behind. Let's spot him out though. He's caught in a bit of position, but lands the sick rocket onto the scout. Killer getting wiped out immediately. Altera is going to get away with his life, and Smiley is going to get picked off as well. This is not a good situation for Prinny. Prinny has to back up right here, but Eevee's back is against the wall. He's forced to pop, and the trade has happened on the midpoint. Dancing around, but the situation is significantly worse for the side of the Prinnies. Their health is quite low. They have to back up. They have less players, but their spawns are coming in. They might be able to refight this.
Yep, so they're just trying to see if they can peek out. EV may get caught out with the pipes getting spammed by Shinka. We're going to see some Soli action coming in. Smiley jumping straight up. Can he get the headshot down? The Sun! Oh, once again,
Sun ran out of ammo.
The Sun has
and
set.
Gets air shot.
Yep, Shinka's the next one to be picked up. Ghosty does make it out alive, so he's going to be able to hold on to that 35% recharge. But midpoint still in the hands of the Prinnies, and they're just out for more capture points. Moving on to the second point already. Cricket going to be right there. We're going to see some sneaky Soli inside Cheese. Alteria's going to be right there. Wants to get the jump onto EV. EV's going to be right below it! Ooh, 16 health survives. That bomb coming up from Alteria. They still hold on to that Prinnies. It's not much of an ad anymore with Ghosty grinding his out. We're going to have a sentry going up as well, and
They can push right now. If they push right now, it's still quite a significant ad. They just have to pick up Ghosty first. But they're taking a bit too long to make that push. Why are they moving to the right side? Oh, yeah. I believe they think it's even. Anyway, they've moved already, so it's too late. The Ubers are even right now. So all they can do is just dance around, hold that point. Smiley going in for a sack, but doesn't do very much with it. And now it's Alteria's turn. He's looking for a play onto the medic.
Coming in from the side.
Here we go.
Inside the lobby. Everyone's out though. Everyone manages to back out. Alteria just peeking under, making sure no one's flanking around. He's going to be fine. Doesn't let everyone's just still going to be hanging back on this last point though. 20 minutes, 20 seconds counting down on the server clock, and it's really on the clubbers to make a move because they're 2 points down. We're going to see some sticky traps being set up already.
Here we go, Alteria.
Oh,
doing his little dance in the air, spinning around in circles. Where's the medic? Where's the medic?
Trying to get those scatter shots, but he's not going to get much done. Gets Ghosty down to 62 health, but he doesn't pop at all. So balls on Ghosty, and he's still going to be able to hold on to the recharge. And right now, it's just going to be a standoff. Still got the heavy weapons guys standing on the point, just keeping an eye out with the Tomislav for his team. Scout watching the flanks and making his way out through the lobby. Sun just walking face first. It does look like they want to see if they can get the force down to EV. They do pop that recharge. EV cutting for a little bit. Pop that recharge. Ghosty may get caught out, but they don't body block in time. And they're just going to start backing out right now. Ghosty may get... Nope, he's going to be fine.
If Loro had timed the stickies a little better, he might have done that. But the trade just happens. Fairly standard stuff. Walk in, walk out, no one dies. Mexican standoff happening right now.
Sniper play. Killer going to be on that sniper roll, trying to see if he can get those picks. No one peeking out yet though. Sun may pick out. Does spot the scout's head. Not going to be able to get the headshot down. Misses the shot down onto Sun as well. So CZ going to be going off into Spy this time around. No more heavy weapons guy.
Oh, the demo is down on the blue side. Clubbers have lost their demo.
Yep.
That's going to initiate Killer to go in for a deeper pick. He's trying. Lands a body shot onto the scout, but Ghosty is going to go down instead.
Pandemic's
Smiley jumped in from the low.
Pandemic's trying to focus down the heavy. He does get a trade, and the sniper just SMGs down Sun. Alright, Call of Duty style. They do lose. They do drop Ghosty. Eevee's still alive. I guess all they need to do now is just wait for their to recharge, and they can just push in once everyone reaches the front lines. Provided Eevee doesn't die, Shinka's gonna be in lower, but I don't think he's. Yeah, Alteria's gonna be the one to make the play. Peeking out.
Killer is still up on sniper, so that might slow down the push a little bit.
Spamming out a bit, and he's probably going to start backing up. Crooked's on sniper roll, trying to see if he can get that pick before they actually pop the recharge. Send sniper for the side of the Prinnies are going to be down. And they does look like they want to start walking in, which they do. They pop the recharge. CZ trying his very best to deny all that. The heavy weapons guy still up, still alive. 93 health, finally going to get focused down. Kill's going to get destroyed. Low. Trying to see if he can focus down the Sun, but everyone's going to start taking the point. It's going to be a bit messy. I don't think they're going to be able to do much with this push. Eevee's already backing out. Scout's going to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
And botched push.
Watching that from the perspective of Crooked was on sniper, I didn't feel the presence of the Uber at all. I didn't know where the players were going for the side of Prinnies. Prinnies just walked in basically and didn't get very much done with that 8 seconds of invincibility. So might want to make themselves a little bit more felt when they're invincible. Most of the enemy was on their right side. Crooked gonna get dropped by Pandemic with the Ubers coming out from Ghosty. Sun's just jumping in, balls deep, trying to find a few picks, but doesn't seem as though he's been successful so far. The rest of Red is going to collapse in through Saw right now. Smiley gonna get picked off before the team can finally come in and help him, but seems as though the advantages are moving into the hands of Prinny. Prinny has to walk forward.
Oh.
Hey, there we go. Ghosty getting taken down by the sniper, and the rest of blue team is forced to back out.
Yep, all they have are the 2 scouts up, CZ as well as Crooked. CZ may and does get picked up. Crooked hanging up top on that little roof area. No one spots him yet. Gonna jump through the Sorum EV! Oh, no. The Solly has to come in to help him out, and the Uber gets popped. Alright, EV got a little bit scared, popped the Uber charge, and he's pretty much gonna be equal right now.
How much health was he?
I don't. He wasn't even that. Wasn't even low.
Well,
actually.
blue team doesn't. Our Prinnies don't really seem to care. They're just walking straight in.
Yep.
2 soldiers aiming for the air shot onto Altera. It's gonna cost them a little bit of time as Altera runs away and gets onto Pirate Class. But I'm not sure that this is a point.
Oh,
Oh,
Ghosty again! Gonna get sniped down. Lowell trying his very best has to reload, as does Altera, who finally is gonna get taken down. Shiga gonna start spamming up those sticks as well. The Scout Crooked trying his very best to push everyone back, and he is successful with that endeavor. Pandemic still on that sniper roll though, doing a very good job of actually taking out those people. Ghosty yet to spawn 50% Uber ad for the side of EV, and this is looking up for the side of the Prinnies.
Yeah, they've been a lot more dominant on this map as opposed to Gully Wash. Seems that so far they've been a lot more methodical. There's a lot more teamwork, some mistakes, but generally they are playing a lot better than their opponents. So if they do win this, now I would say they deserve it.
Yeah, so they got
the Uber charges.
ready. So they really should start walking through, but the sniper's gonna be... No sniper, my bad. Crooked's on sniper, but he's not gonna be able to get any picks with Flame Shiny just walking. Sentry gonna get focused down, of course. Crooked gonna be able to pick up Killer. Altera once again still up there. He may get the pick down onto someone. He's gonna start jumping the point. The demo, the heavy, the medic and the demo, they're down. As once again, just another bad push coming up from the Prinnies. Killed gonna trade, and that is pretty much a full wipe on the last point push. Big shame for the Prinnies, and yeah, the Clubbers are just gonna be able to walk out. They do drop Ghosty though, so that is gonna be the silver lining. They're gonna get like what, 6% ad. Apart from that, is pretty much negligible. So
yeah, they had to make a push since they had Uber ad, but Pandemic was on sniper.
Yeah.
Didn't do very much if I recall correctly, and Crooked was able to get the drop onto Killer, so that meant that they were already pushing 5 men, and the Uber charge was used mainly just to take down the sentry and not much else. So altogether, very many little factors all flowing into the big river that is a bad push coming out from the Prinnies. And that just demonstrates that sometimes the odds will not be in your favor.
It's gonna be another standoff right now. Both medics, of course, gonna have that equal overcharge, both equally grinding it out. And just gonna have to see who decides to make the push. Of course, the Clubbers have to do the push because they are gonna be 2 points down. We don't see the off-casting, of course, because they're going to have a bit of a charge soon. We're going to see Lil just taunting about behind that corner, just having his good old fun time. Sun going to be peeking on through as well. Altera going to be coming in from the lower flank, trying to see if he can get any sneaky plays. No one has spotted him yet. He's going to start jumping straight down. He does get spotted. EV may get picked up!
Oh my gosh, come on. EV had to hear that one coming. He had to. The Uber's coming out from the blue team. They're all just walking and slaughtering the rest of the Prinnies, picking them all up. It's just Lo and Pandemic who are caught in a sticky situation. Lo fighting for his life, but if he makes out of this alive, I'm gonna be very surprised.
Oh man, EV's gonna drop that overcharge, and we're gonna have about 30 ad or 20 ad in the hands of Ghosty. 13 minutes and 20 seconds left.
I don't know why he dropped that though. Like he should have heard the soldier coming, and he
didn't even.
Admittedly, his positioning was bad, but he had already taken the first rocket.
Yeah. No idea. But we are going to be able to see a pretty sizable Uber ant into the hands of Ghosty. We're going to see them try to grind it out to equalize it. Pandemic's going to be on that sniper roll. Of course, he wants to get a pick down to the medic. He's inside Cheese, rotating back around, but no one is in that sight lines yet. We're going to see a Solly Altaria right there, possibly going for another bomb, but he's going to get sticky trap to Oblivion. The Scout CZ going to be running in, trying to see if he can get those picks, but he's going to get
I am not sure what the enemy team is doing right now, but it is not a good strategy.
Son! Oh!
Okay, what just happened? The rest of Red Team should really be trying to walk out right now, but I think they're getting a little bit too nervous. Crooked's running in and Laurel is unable to handle him on his own. He's calling for a scout, please help me. Finally takes down Crooked. They do have Uber at and they should be choosing to walk onto that second and retake it. Careful for the traps because that is what's going to get you taken down right now.
Pandemic does spot it and they do manage to avoid it. And they're just going to start fighting on this next point right now. Shinka going to try his very best. 25 health. The arrow comes in, saves his life. He's still going to have a spy play right now. Alteria's on last as a spy. This may be a back cap.
Control point is being captured.
Oh
No,
gosh.
Smiley has to do something. Smiley getting
Now
denied!
he stand on the point. Oh, he got denied by the spy.
Ooh. Those revolver shots just preventing Smiley from jumping on it. And they do get a point on the scoreboard. They're one step closer to equalizing this map. And damn.
That was right off. That was really close. Like it could, if they had managed to take down that spy, they would have retaken second.
yeah.
But Smiley got absolutely denied. Good play from the spy to go back up. Smiley desperately jumping onto the demo, but not able to achieve anything. In the mid fight, does seem to be tilting into the hands of the blue team for now. But as mid fight is such a fickle creature, now it seems the aggression has swung into the hands of the Prinnies. Moving forward together with a little bit more precision, a little more tight than that. Opponents, we've got a Killer going in, not able to achieve anything, rushing into the enemy. I think he was trying to go for Ghosty, but now now the Ubers are gonna be even, and this time it is Prinnies holding the enemy at their last again.
Yeah, we're gonna have CZ on the sniper roll, wants to get that pick, of course. No one picking up as of yet though. We're gonna see the Devilman right there low, just gonna be dancing about. We're gonna see Smiley there as well. The shot doesn't get anyone. That Markina is gonna give that position away. They know his sniper's in play. They're gonna avoid those sight lines the best they can. Low gonna start setting those sticky traps as well. Uber of course is gonna be equal. Ghosty still at that 100%. CZ running that engineer and Crooked good on that sniper roll. And trying to see if they can get something done. We're gonna have Killer on the sniper as well. He wants to get those picks. But right now it's just gonna be a standoff. Crooked sniping, Killer sniping. See who gets that sniper pick first though. Crooked. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Killer's just gonna be the first one to take down. Gonna win that standoff. Killer's
spike. Oh!
What? They lost
Just
two people.
bad luck. Just bad
Move in,
luck.
move in.
Random
There you
spam
go.
coming up from Smiley. Catches Altaria. They pop the doom charge. Uber trades. Sun gonna be low, but he's gonna be fine. And that is Uber gonna be going for the side of the Prinnies. We're gonna see a sniper right there. He's gonna get picked off by Sun. And it's just gonna be another reset, I believe. Where Crooked's gonna be coming in from the other side of the lobby though, trying to see if he can get some picks, tickle people with his scatter shots. Has his sights on EV. Devilman's gonna be right there as well. He's stuck on bats. The rest of the team are moving out as well. Shinka gonna catch that Solly out of play. Sun's gonna be able to get taken down. And tactical pause, of course.
And Laura has hit 500 ping, so the game has to be paused.
Ooh.
That last push was very strange. They walked in with the Uber. Pandemic tried to kill the soldier, but then suddenly he realized the enemy had a sentries and he got annihilated. Killer was sniping from that right side because he was still on sniper, but he didn't hit anything, so he got destroyed by the soldier immediately. So the two-man advantage that they pushed in essentially got wiped out in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it was an even push into each other, and they weren't gonna win that with no scouts. So I guess EV, I'm not sure whether they decided to back out or they were forced out. But either way, the result is they lost the push, and now I believe that clubbers are gonna be reclaiming their first point. I mean their second point.
Yep, we already got Shinka standing on that second point. It does look like most of the players from the Prinnies are already going to be at that midpoint. We see Laurel hanging back, Pandemic's all the way up top at the catwalk area, EV of course backing out as well. So yeah, there's no intention to contest this second point. So it should pretty much be second point into the hands of the clubbers. Whereas they're just going to make their stand on that midpoint. The Ubers are equal, so they don't need to back out that far anyways. 2 Solis are down though for both sides. A little bit of a lengthy spawn timer for Sun since he died the most recent. 19 seconds. Terra's going to be up in 11. 12 seconds each for Smiley as well as killed. So yeah, they're just going to play around with those Soli respawns. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how things are going to go out. There's still like 9 minutes and 21 seconds. It's more than enough time for them to tie the game. But so far, at least on this on Snakewater, it's been pretty dominant for the side of the Prinnies.
Yeah, if Prinny keep up this performance, it should be no problem for them going back into this unpause.
Control point has been captured.
So far their last pushes just haven't been...
Oh, they still want to fight this. Okay.
Okay. Well, Lurl's feeling confident after regaining his ping. He's putting a little bit of damage, but so far not enough to warrant him walking back. Pandemic and Killer are holding off the enemy while he regains his health, but CZ manages to take down Pandemic, which is the first kill of this fight. Oh, Killer's still going in, but Lurl's not doing enough damage.
Yeah, they're going to start backing up now. Well, yeah, they're trying to counter push. They drop their scout, but they do hold them off for a little while
Lurl
longer.
is going straight in.
Ghosty got that uber charge though, so this is not a good idea. EV's gonna get caught out. Oh, Shinka's gonna get destroyed by kill, so that's they got something going for them.
EV's positioning forces him to use off the Uber. Killer's gonna be the one. Killer's gonna be caught out of the fight.
Oh.
The rest of the team is backing up, but I do believe there's a scout behind. Never mind, Cricket gets taken down by Pandemic, but now the Uber has just been used in order to reclaim this second point. It's basically been equalized with a 10% ad given to Ghosty, but the Sims were just reliving the same situation again. Now Prinnies are holding Clubbers hostage at last once more.
Yep, so we're just gonna grind out an uber charge for both sides. Ghosty gonna see if he can get a charge up soon. CZ gonna go back onto the heavy weapons guy. And Shinka trying to hold lobby together with Sun. They're just trying to gain some ground for their team. Killed gonna be right there, spamming rockets out into the faces of Shinka as well as whoever else is around him. But excuse me, but for right now, pretty equal uber chargers. Altera once again trying to go for a play, but he's gonna have to back out. Goes back up, possibly going back up to his secret spot. Ooh, Ghosty's just walking straight out. Ghosty popped the uber charge onto Crooked. And EV has to pop his as well, so this is going to be dangerous. Ghosty, oh, just getting bumped about with those sticks coming out from Low. Low's going to be able to pick up Crooked, and that is one scout down. But apart from that, they're not going to be able to get much done. Shinka trying to see if he can spam out the medic, but they're going to be able to...
They're walking in. They chose. They think they have the health. They think they have the health to be able to push them off. And frankly, it looks like they might be able to do this so long as they're moving in together. All of them are pushing onto the point through that right side. They just need to get more picks right now. Sun going down, CZ going down, Shinka going down. It's only the medic and the scout left to hold the point. All of them are piling on. That was actually great in the moment decision making to call for the push when they knew they had the health advantage. Fantastic.
Yeah, well played. Very good dry push coming up from the Prinnies, of course. Managing to get that cap, bring the score 3-1. There just really wasn't anything that the clubbers could do when they just started getting cleaned up and everyone just stacked the point. Not much that the medic can do alone, and I think it was the scout that went back into the resup to just get more health. Should have stayed out and tried to attempt to do anything, but really nothing he can do when everyone's right there. Altaria!
Oh
just
boy!
comes
Oh
clean
boy!
across, picking up so many people. Huge picks, but to what extent though? Smiley just running forward with his melee, nothing loaded, and the cleanup comes in for the side of the clubbers, and the two scouts are going to be able to cap this mid with the spawners coming in. Equal Ubers for both sides, if not slightly better Uber for the side of EV. Slight ad, but negligible. They should be able to grind this out. But midpoint to the clubbers and grabbing second as well.
Control point is being captured.
They have a 20% this ad, so I'm not sure how they're going to play this out. They're not going to be able to get the second point because the rest of Prinnies are flooding in, making sure that the scouts have backed out. Now all they have to do is grind this and then stalemate it for about 6 minutes. That's all they need to do to attain victory. But clubbers are definitely not going to let that happen. They're not just going to sit there and take it. I feel as though from here on out, it's going to be a lot of pushes centered around Shinka walking in through that saw area.
Yep.
And basically Shinka's going to take trades, eliminate as many stickies as possible, and count on his scouts to back him up here. But whether the strategy actually happens and whether it works is a different question. Ghosty is on 90%. They're going to get it soon, and they only have 5 minutes to turn this into a tie. So pressure's all on them. We do have Altera going straight in onto the medic, but doesn't achieve very much. 21-second spawn. The question now is just whether Prinny's going to do anything about this.
Yeah, the Prinnies can just hang back. They get currently like 3-1. They still got that Uber charge, so they can ready for anything that that the players for the side of the clubbers. If they decide to do anything at all, Killed may get picked off, and the Uber is gonna get popped really early. They do walk in. EV just cutting that, milking that Uber charge very beautifully. and they're just gonna have that counter pop, and they're just gonna have to start walking out. Smiley picks up Sun, and Ghosty may get targeted down. We're gonna see Smiley just jumping all the way across, picking up the medic. He's gonna get picked up by the scout, but 3 players down. Alteria coming from behind EV once again. Not watching those flanks. EV's gonna get taken down. The scouts do come in to punish Alteria, but that is a little bit too little, too late. Meg gets dropped. 13 seconds spawn timer.
I would still say that the win is gonna go to Prinny at this point. As I said, Shinka pushed in with a solo Uber, and the issue with soloing an Uber onto the demo is that it's a very hit or miss. You either do a lot with it or you don't do anything at all, and usually it is the latter. Shinka did get a lot of pipes into the soldier, but EV milked that Uber so hard because his soldier has 300 health. He doesn't have to worry too much about the damage being too much for him to handle. Just milked it, and then walked his whole team into the enemy, who didn't have enough Uber to withstand that charge.
Alteria dies to the laws of gravity. Pandemic gonna lag his way back down to the medic and stay alive. CZ is dealing one up for his team, and that is pretty much almost a... Yep, there you go. Full wipe at the front lines for the side of the clubbers. And easy second point push for the Prinnies.
I think it's a team collapse at this point. They're probably a little bit upset. I don't know. But Smiley's gonna jump in, take out Shinka very easy. He was a bit too forward. The rest of Prinny is just feeling so confident walking in. Sun get air shot.
So many air shots going all around. Alteria's finally gonna get taken down. CZ spawning in as a heavy weapons guy as to face off against a shiny couple. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just stack the point, bring it to 4-1. This is pretty much this map towards
4-1, 3 minutes. Nah, I don't think so. Yep. Prinny's just a more well coordinated, better pushes, better DM in general. Honestly, hard for Cricket and CC to match up to players levels of experience higher than them. I wouldn't say that CC and Cricket are bad. That's not fair. It's just that Pandemic and Killer have been playing for a lot longer.
Terrorist inside Saw, trying to go for the flank plays again. Jumps forward, spots the Solly, tries to pick him off. He does pick up a couple of players, but they just drop everybody from the side of the clubbers, and that's a full wipe of this midpoint fight. Easy mid once again into the hands of the Prinnies, and this should be potentially easy last point push because they're gonna have that full Uber ad. Already gonna have CZ running that edge here. Smiley apparently at last though, trying to see if he can get some sneaky picks, but he's gonna get taken down. Yeah. Oof. All the offcasting are coming out. We got Shinka going pyro. Yeah, this is pretty much it for the side of for the clubbers. They know it's the end, and no demo and no scouts. But we got Sun coming in from below.
Not much to say. The game speaks for itself at this point. Just a lot more well coordinated pushes for Prinny, and yeah. Can't say much more than that. You work together better as a team in Team Fortress 2, you get rewarded. What can I say?
Yeah, so the clue's in the name. It's called Team Fortress 2 for a reason. And we're going to see the players for the Prinnies just jumping forward. Kill, going to be right there, facing off against Crooked. He does pick him up. CZ going to be right there. We're going to see Smiley getting taken down by the 7th man. EV going to get focused down by Alteria though. And Alteria still at 49, and that's pretty much it. 5-1 to the Prinnies, and it is just going to be some DM fights on mid right now. 1 minute left on the clock. Prinny's got this map as well.
Well, we're gonna have to wait for the logs for me to see whether... Oh, to find more talking points, honestly, because right now it's just a straight up roll from...
Yeah, Shinka's not even going. Don't man, just trying to continue it as a pyro. They know it's over. Sun gonna try to get the shot. He does get the shot. Ghosty is gonna get picked off. Crooked and Smiley get taken down as well. And that is pretty much. They're just gonna start backing out with the Prinnies capturing this point. 35 seconds left, and that is pretty much it. 5-1 to the Prinnies. Pandemic taken down. CZ jumped about inside Sword. Everyone's just having a good time. 25 seconds. Just DM fights. Everyone's having fun.
You could cast it like it's an MGE match. Here we go, Killer taking the 1v1 against Crooked. Crooked gets taken down, the Uber has been popped onto him, and now he's gonna run straight all the way in. Finds a pyro in his spot, but he's not gonna get stopped. You think this is gonna stop him? No, it's not gonna stop him. He's walking in, the soldiers are around in circles, and he gets eliminated anyway. What a champion this man is.
Alteria just spazzing out in front of the scouts, and that's it. 5-1 in favor of the Prinnies, and we're gonna take the logs up on screen. And here we are, CB Snakewater 5-1. Top damager is going to be Lurl this time around. Pretty close. Lurl and Sun apparently. 10k to Lurl and 10k to Sun with just about less than 100% damage difference between them. So that's pretty impressive. Shinka's going to be at 8.5 thousand, killed at 9.4. So Lurl taking all the damage this time around for the side of the Prinnies. That's interesting.
There's a big difference between the performance of scouts on blue team and the performance of scouts on red team. So that definitely factors in the amount of damage that red team is taking, the amount of damage that Prinny scouts are taking as opposed to the amount of damage that the amount of damage that the Clubber scouts are taking. That's kind of show how effective their playstyles are.
Yep.
I would argue that if actually I'm not sure what I'm trying to argue about right now, but it's just in general, if you take more heals as a scout, you're expected to do more with those heals. But you can see that Crooked took significantly more heals than his counterpart on the enemy team, but he's not able to achieve much more with it.
22% heals.
It's just, it comes down to either he's not able to do work with the heals because his team is not working with him, or he just can't make the heals work with him. It's not his playstyle. But most of the time, it's usually Crooked is getting high heals because he's always building with his medic.
Yeah.
Someone pointed out to me just now.
Yep.
So
That makes
I
sense.
don't think Crooked is playing like a high heal scout. He's just taking a lot of heals because he's building.
Yeah. As is Pandemic, he's the scout that builds together with EV as well. But
Pandemic,
Pandemic
is making a lot happen for his team. He has 34 frags and 9 deaths.
Alright.
So undoubtedly he's one of the, I would say, prime pushing forces of his team. He's definitely making sure, like, with the heals he takes, he makes things happen. And that's critical for, any sort of push you want to make together, that everyone is contributing to that.
You got some pretty good picks on as Sniper as well. That's pretty impressive. 34 kills, 9 deaths, KD of 3.8. That's pretty good. That's the highest KD, of course, out of all. Followed by Little at 2.2 and then killed at 1.4. So good plays coming up from the Prinnies, man. Especially on this map, they were just really dominant. 5-1. It was much closer.
Better than the Gully Wash performance.
Better, they're better on the Gully Wash one. So good plays coming up from the.
I did say before, I've said it several times, Gully Wash tends to push the odds in favor to the team that is actually worse. So a lot of tight fights, a lot of tight score lines happen on Gully Wash for that very reason.
Yeah, that's for those of you just joining us, we've concluded tonight's cast of
Too late.
ones. Yeah, too late. But thank you for dropping by. Though AFC versus PPP. It's of course the Anuj Fan Club facing off against the Prinny Pirate Plunderers. 3-4 to the Prinnies on CP Gully Wash and 5-1 to the Prinnies on Snakewater. So that's Prinny going to be able to take both maps off week 5. Good job to them. Much more coordination coming out on the second map. First map, the Anuj Fan Club, they're doing really well. Just doing some good damage coming up from the Shinka as well as the Demo Man. So that's pretty. It's a bit of shame that they weren't able to pull on through a map win with the Prinnies just somehow having a comeback and just taking those round after round and just pushing it into 4-3. That's how it goes. That's that's something that they have to look out for. But it's week 5. Still got 2 more weeks before we move on into playoffs. So there's still time for them to see if they can claw their way up to playoffs. So we're just gonna have to see how the teams perform from now on.
I haven't seen who the top 4 teams are, so I don't know what the competition's like. But I can see that I can put some hope into Clubbers. I don't know, like, they didn't die as fast as I was expecting them to. And they did very well on Gully Wash. The pushes were slightly more coordinated. They just need to work on that DM, honestly. The scouts just need to work on that DM. Because
Altera's been doing really good plays for them, though.
Altera is their main playmaker.
Yeah.
You can definitely see it.
Goes in for those bombs on mids and takes down so many people. So Altera is definitely the one that makes the things happen. And then of course Shinka's going to be right there to toss out those the damage for them. But of course for the Prinnies, man, they've got killed as well as Smiley just doing those double solly bombs. Very impressive on those mids, and especially on Gully when they just come up from the drop down and just keep cleaning up the other team, just unsuspecting, you know, not even looking around, and they just come out, pick up Ghosty, who's still stuck in that elbow, and that's pretty much it for their team on those mids, which was probably the factor that allowed them to cap so many points on Gully. So that's something that that the AFC have to look out for. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess we can move on to shoutouts.
Shoutouts. I've done so many, I don't know who to shout out anymore.
Can always shout out to the same people.
Wait, I do have an announcement to make. Apparently, Cloverella wants to start a pug, so whoever wants to play.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Clover wants to start a pug. Interested parties, please carry on. But yeah, that's going to conclude the cast for tonight. There will be another cast tomorrow. It's going to be a Div 3 match. If you want to tune into that, it's going to be happening at 9:30. GMT +8, of course. It's going to be...
Shout out to you, Rednax. You've been on the ball this season.
Oh, yeah.
All the casting.
Many casts coming out this season. Last season, we only had 8. This season, I think we've passed 8, so that's an improvement. that's a good job. Good job to the casters on the panel, of course. Shout out to Vetia. Shout out to everyone inside Twitch chat. Shout out to the mods. And yeah, keep fragging, everyone. I'll see you guys.
See ya next time.
Yeah.